it down some. I was messing with it to make sure it was tight on the whole rig. Had to tighten the rig up to make sure that we don't have no problems from now on. And no confusion, we put on the other tie today. People were getting confused, so nah, just gotta let you guys know, ties don't mean nothing but a color to me, and as long as I'm matching, I'm happy. But let's get into it. Washington, Trump, all video content from Charlie Kirk incident removed from the internet. Y'all ready? Because I am. Let's see who's in the building first. We got Mark Dorfman up in the building. We got Jeffrey Spilker, Liberty and Justice. We got, who else we got up in here this morning? We got Batty Lynn up in the building. And who else we got up in here? Gonzalez 95. And you know we can't forget Rebecca Lanyan Bueno chiming in from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Let's get the tie straight. Let's move that over. Right in the center there. It's been messing with me all morning, but it happens. Let's see if he's ready. Not yet. Make sure we got the backdrop up. Got this good. I'm hearing audio, so we good. I hope everybody had a fantastic evening. I did. I made sure that I got a lot of rest yesterday because you know I was recuperating from the other day when I wasn't feeling that well. So it's very necessary to get a lot of rest, especially, you know, when you're getting a little older. Let's be honest with ourselves here. Uh-oh. And I'm ready to go. They're ready to go. It's time to start the show. I hope you're ready, yo, 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 yo. I'm ready. Y'all ready? Now let's see what's up with homeboy. Power up. Power up. Power up. Maybe on this side. Power up. Are you? Yeah. And that's right, we gotta open up those pores. Open up those pores. Wake up, it's Monday, my favorite day, of course. Why? Because it's poison, 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 poison. Girl, I must warn you. I feel something strange in my mind. Situation is curious. Let's chill because we're running out of time. I can't do the dance at the same time. It's all so dangerous. What is beautiful? Relationships, they seem from the start. Come on, y'all. It's so deadly when love it comes together from the heart. Y'all ready? I can't sing this part by myself, so let's go now. It's driving me out of my mind. That's why it's hard for me to find. Can't get it out of my head. Miss her, kiss her. Now, well, you're dead. That girl is poison. That used to be my joint right there. Belle Biv DeVoe. Y'all know why I'm open, right? Because this if pump that beat. Monday the 15th. That's right, y'all. 2025. I'm your host, Bugatti NYC, and this here's our bottom line, where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that and that, where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that. Just got me lit. Yeah, made it another one, Ma. Top of the world. 6 o'clock in the morning. It's Monday morning, y'all. Hope y'all having a fantastic morning out there. Yeah, you're supposed to take me in the room, wake people up with these big old hands clapping. Yeah, turn the volume up too. Let's see who we got up in the building this morning. We got Liberty and Justice. That was one of my favorite songs too. That's right. Oh, we got up in here Casey, Jeffrey, what's up? Good morning. We got get Jeffrey up in here. We got Mark up in here. Hope everybody's having a fantastic morning. Let me tell you something. I am going to do that every morning until I can't do it no more. How about that? If you don't like it, kick a rock for a block. I'm going to learn songs and everything. You know why? Because he gave me another day to get up and do it, y'all. That's right. Problems present opportunities. Over here, we don't worry about that. And with that being said, I got a full clip to get into. Let's get into it right now. I'm not playing no games. Y'all know what I'm going to say. I got 5 on it. That's right. I'm going to stack 5 videos at a time. You guys are going to stay on topic, stay on point. And what am I going to do? Make sure that I keep on bringing them in sequence, and we're going to break it down the way that we normally do. Hope everybody's having a fantastic morning in the chat. Going to pray before we get up in here. Everybody have a fantastic day. Even if you have to leave, I'm going to let everybody leave with this one when they do. Have a fantastic day. Everybody be safe. Tomorrow's not promised. We ask the Lord to cover every one of us in here today. We ask him that now. Everybody under the sound of my voice, amen. And with that being said, y'all know what I'm ready to do. Let's get into these titles. Come on, y'all. Let's go. What do I have for you guys this morning? What do I have for you right here? What do we got? We have Trump. All video content from Charlie Kirk incident removed from the internet. They're asking all platforms, every person as far as, except for Facebook, which is just putting a disclaimer on videos. Every other platform, they're asking for it to be removed. I don't know why Meta's doing it differently, but that's what's going on. We're going to keep on moving forward here, guys, because we got more. We got Karine Jean-Pierre, who testifies about the former president, Joe Biden, and his administration. You know, they were asking about his cognitive ability. Was he really there? Was it the auto pen? Things of that nature. Yeah, Jean-Pierre came in and spoke to Congress yesterday. We got a little bit on that. And last but not least, what do we have? We got a man stole an ambulance after a fatal situation before going on a wild police chase. Yes, people are out here really acting out Grand Theft Auto, you guys. I'm talking about they're turning into mods in which they make up on these video games. And we as human beings and us smart people over here, we got to be careful. So you know what I'm going to do, right? I'm ready to go. It's time to get to work. Let me get you guys this first video right here. We have President Trump coming off of, what's the name of the helicopter? I don't know the name of it, but he's got some gavel. Talk to a couple of reporters, and let's get into it this morning. Come on in, you guys. Good morning. Let's go. President Trump speaks to reporters before departing Bedminster, New Jersey. Good morning, everybody. Come on in. Let's get it. Got the purple Sunday tie on. That was yesterday, so he was representing Purple Sunday. I don't know how he knew about it. Representing that Purple Sunday, huh?
Sad weekend in the sense that we lost a great person. I'll be going on early Sunday morning. We're going to Arizona, taking some people with us on Air Force One. Maybe you people are going to be with us, I don't know. But we're going to be going Saturday early on Sunday morning. Okay? Go ahead. Good. We had talks going on. Scott Bessent is there and some others. Jameson is there. And yeah, I think they're going fine. We're going to see, but we've hit them very hard in so many other ways. I don't know if you know. Do you know what they're paying right now? What are they paying right now? You know what China's paying right now in tariffs? Huh? A lot. Yeah, I know exactly what's happening. A lot of drugs are coming out of Venezuela. A lot of tren de agua they're trying to get out, but we're stopping them successfully at the border in Venezuela. We have a tremendous amount of security. They're sending tren de agua, that's the gang, probably the worst gang in the world, MS-13 them. I think they're probably considered worse. And we don't like what Venezuela is sending us, whether it's their drugs or whether it's their gang members. We don't like it. We don't like it one bit. Hold it. You want to move over here, fellas? Wouldn't it be easier for you? Go ahead. What was the message that Karine Jean-Pierre on Friday? Look, we're with them. You know, they've been a great ally. A lot of people don't understand that about Qatar, but Qatar's been a great ally. They also lead a very difficult life because they're right in the middle of everything. So they have to be a little bit politically correct in their terms. But I will tell you, they've been a great ally for the United States, Qatar.
More strikes on Venezuela structure.
Well, we'll see what happens. There's certainly not a lot of boats out there, I'll tell you, since the first strike and then to a lesser extent the second. We don't see any, we almost see no boats out there, which is fine as far as I'm concerned.
The question was, are there going to be any more strikes on Venezuela? He said there's no more boats out there. If we see them out there, we basically going to deal with them. But so far, no boats. Let's get on some more gaggle about Russia and the position on the war right now with Ukraine.
As President Trump praised the FBI for its speedy response to Charlie Kirk's murder, he also signaled a new position on Russia's war in Ukraine. Today, he said the U.S. will agree to additional sanctions on Moscow, but only when our NATO allies stop buying Russian oil. This weekend, the president is at his golf club in New Jersey. CBS's Willie James Enman reports tonight from Bridgewater. Willie James.
Jerika, good evening to you. Romania and Poland today scrambled aircraft in response to Russian drone activity. The heightened tensions come as President Trump urges allies to turn up the sanctions on Russia.
In a blunt letter addressed to NATO countries, President Trump says he is ready to impose sanctions on Moscow if the alliance first stops buying Russian oil. The president posting on social media saying, as you know, NATO's commitment to win has been far less than 100%, and the purchase of Russian oil by some has been shocking. The president also called on NATO nations to impose secondary tariffs of 50 to 100% on Chinese goods to put pressure on Russia's top oil consumer. On Friday, Trump previewed what additional sanctions on Russia could look like.
Well, it'll be hitting very hard with sanctions to banks and having to do with oil and tariffs also.
Since 2023, NATO member Turkey has been the third largest importer of Russian oil. Alliance members Hungary and Slovakia also buy Russian oil. The president has grown increasingly frustrated with Russian President Vladimir Putin as his diplomatic efforts to end the war have stalled.
Yeah, it's sort of running out and running out fast, but it does take two to tango.
Trump's NATO ultimatum takes place as he also focuses on his crime crackdown here at home, with a plan to deploy the National Guard to more cities, starting with Memphis, Tennessee.
We'll get into that. We're going to keep on moving forward, you guys. I got to get over to Governor Cox, where he's talking in Utah about the proceedings moving forward. Of course, we got to get into it right now. Let's get into Governor Cox, where he says social media played a direct role in the political violence that's going on right now. What do you guys think? I honestly have to agree with him. There's a lot of controversy going on right now, and I think people just really need to simmer down.
Governor, I want to delve into some of the messaging that we have heard from you. Lawmakers, governors of both parties across the country have frankly praised what we heard from you on Friday, your unifying message. You said you see this as a watershed moment. How can this nation step back from the brink, Governor?
So look, this is, you mentioned it in the introduction, but we have seen an escalation in violence that has been happening across the country. We've had periods like this in our past history. I've mentioned before in the late 60s and early 70s, certainly we saw these types of high profile political assassinations, another dark time in our history. People keep waiting for somebody to lead us out of this. And I think that's a mistake. I don't think any one person, certainly not a governor. I don't think a president. I don't think anyone can change the trajectory of this. It truly is about every single one of us. And I can't emphasize enough the damage that social media and the internet is doing to all of us. Those dopamine hits, these companies, trillion-dollar market caps, the most powerful companies in the history of the world, have figured out how to hack our brains, get us addicted to outrage, which is the same type of dopamine, the same chemical that you get from taking fentanyl, get us addicted to outrage and get us to hate each other. I'm seeing it in real time since the tragic death of Charlie Kirk. I'm seeing it in every corner of our society. The conflict entrepreneurs are taking advantage of us, and we are losing our agency, and we have to take that back. We have to turn it off. We have to get back to community, caring about our neighbors, the things that make American great, serving each other, bettering ourselves, exercising, sleeping, all of those things that this takes away from us.
Well, Governor, you referred.
Well, I know I got me some sleep yesterday also, and I do understand what he's saying. And I have to say, he has a very great point. People are starting to act as if the internet is real life. I always say it when I'm talking nowadays, I'm talking about people are living in like simulation, like mods, kind of like they're Grand Theft Auto mods and just running around doing whatever. Trolls saying whatever in the comments just because they can, because nobody can see them. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy, y'all. I got two more for you before I get to these comments. We got some drastic and negative psychological, what's this? A psychologist explains the impacts of this video. I didn't even see it, you guys. I want you to understand that. I heard about this incident. I did not see the video. A friend of mine told me that's good that you didn't see it. Don't go looking for it and don't see it. Is it good that I didn't see the Charlie Kirk video, you guys? Thumbs up, yes. Thumbs down, no. Do you think I should have saw something like that? Thumbs up. Thumbs down, no. Because I'm thinking like this. And also for you, you think it was good that you saw it? Or thumbs down, no. Same response for the same question. Yes or no? Okay. Good that I didn't see it. Good that I didn't see it. And I'm taking that as if you saw it, that's a thumbs up that you hope you didn't, you wish you didn't see it. That's how I'm going to take that. If you saw it, I'm looking at that as you wish you didn't see it. I get you guys. I hear you. And my people are like, yo, why would you want to look at something like, I mean, I saw photos and tech and things like that, but no. I seen like still shots before it happened, but no. A couple of people got thumbs down, but one or two or three, majority of people got thumbs up. See, it was terrible. And I respect you guys. You know why? Because you guys are my friends and you don't want me to see anything like that. I care about you too. I would tell you that too. And a real close friend of mine said, you know what? You don't need to see that. See, let's get on over to this clip right here, guys. Let's go. Let's get to this work.
Social media platforms are taking steps to remove or limit the amount of graphic content being shared online following the assassination of Charlie Kirk. TikTok says it's removing any videos showing close-ups of the shooting. YouTube also removing any graphic videos, while Meta, which owns Facebook and Instagram, is adding a warning label and restricting any videos to adult users only. But it's likely the damage has already been done, because within hours of that shooting, really minutes of that shooting, millions of people had already seen the extremely graphic images and videos of Kirk being shot. Utah's Governor Spencer Cox gave a passionate plea urging everyone to stay off social media.
This is not good for us. It is not good to consume. Social media is a cancer on our society right now. And I would encourage people to log off, turn off, touch grass, hug a family member, go out and do good in your community.
Joining us now is Dr. Jeff Gardier. He's a clinical psychologist and professor of behavioral medicine at Touro University. Thank you so much for being here with us. To hear him say this is a cancer, and to realize that millions of people watched this graphic, horrible thing happen over and over again on their phone, with it just like a flick of a button. What does that do to us?
Good morning, everybody.
Well, studies have shown, of course, that social media does have a negative effect on the minds of people, especially the minds of very young people. Their brains are not fully formed, and for women until the ages around 23, for men ages around 27, and therefore this can have a very drastic and negative emotional impact on their development, the way they see the world, the way they think of themselves, sometimes even dysregulating their moods. And in this particular case, watching this video, uninvited for many, over and over again, as it was passed along either through algorithms or sent by friends or some other way, I think has taken a negative toll and may perhaps continue to take a negative toll on those kids who perhaps can't tear themselves away from something that seems so spectacular, but at the same time is so horrific.
It's not even just kids. It's the idea that as human beings, we are watching the assassination and violent death of another person. Right.
Yeah, y'all. I just wanted to really get some in-depth content from that psychologist right there, because again, it's not just kids, it's everybody. And I care about my people in here, and I think that we need to kind of dumb down a little bit and chill out. So even me, I'm trying to find news that doesn't have so much bad stuff going on. But honestly, it's really hard. It's very hard. We're going to keep on moving forward now. We're going to go over to Washington because Karine Jean-Pierre, she testifies about Joe Biden. Let's get into it, you guys. Let's go. Let's keep it moving, you guys. Hope everybody having a fantastic morning. Let's go.
A person connected to one of the most visible symbols of the alleged efforts to cover up then US President Joe Biden's mental health has appeared on Capitol Hill for a voluntary interview. Former White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre testified as part of the congressional investigation into the Biden administration's use of an auto pen.
Auto pen.
Is there a cover-up for the president's health?
Did you ever lie?
Tonight, former White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre is the latest Biden administration staffer to face questions over whether President Biden was truly running the White House. What do you want to say about today? While Jean-Pierre did not speak with reporters today, Republican sources tell Fox she told the committee she saw Biden's speaking style change over the years, but also never heard concerns internally about his health. In December, from the White House podium, she said Biden had full knowledge of the pardon process.
He makes his decision on how to move forward. I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritty.
House Republicans say it's those lack of details which concern them. Kentucky Congressman James Comer is leading the Oversight Committee's investigation.
No one has definitively proven to anybody on the Oversight Committee that Joe Biden himself was the one making the decisions on these auto pens.
Democrats call the probe a waste of time.
Why are Republicans so obsessed with former President Joe Biden? What does any of that have to do with the fact that costs are through the roof?
Jean-Pierre has largely avoided the spotlight since leaving the White House. She quit the Democratic Party in June and told students at Harvard the gig took its toll.
How about we can get all of those people that's on that Hunter Biden list if all of those pardons wasn't any good? How about that a-tat-a-tat? How about we can get everybody off of that I can feel it Hunter, Smoke Daddy, Biden list? Yeah. Let's see, we can get everybody off that list if those pardons wasn't any good, right? Let's talk about it, y'all. Mr. I can feel it, Smoke Daddy Biden Jr. Keep on moving forward, y'all. We got this huge brawl that broke out at the Charlie Kirk vigil. Yeah, at the vigil. And it's held across the United States of America. This happened, I would say, 3 or 4 days ago. I got to be honest with you because you're going to see it anyway. Also, another thing I want to tell you is one person spoke out indirectly of what the whole mission was about, and he got boom, punched in the face, beat up a little bit. Check this out. But this is what could happen. I'm showing you guys this more so, not for the date, but for the representation of what could happen. So this is what it come to. Why I made the platform. Why we made this platform is because of stuff like this. Straight up, for real. You can't even talk. And he was saying some pretty vile stuff. But to be down like that by a bunch of people, that's not cool. It's not, no matter what side you're on. I don't condone this at all, at all. I don't like violence at all. I be saying I want a pow in the face or whatever like that, but nah, it's not cool. It's just not. So now, after a while, he gets up. He gets up. So now he gets up. But before that, I gotta let y'all see before that. He gets up. Now he has an opinion on the other side, and he's saying F the person that passed. Even though he's saying it that way, y'all, I know it might be emotional, and you guys may be going through a lot, and it's a bad time. He should still be able to say what he wants to say without fear of getting beat up or whatever. That's the difference in what's going on out there right now. Got to keep on moving forward right now because the United States reveals details of this Charlie Kirk celebration of life. This is the last one we're going to do in this category, but I want to wrap it in, not up, because we're going to keep on up to date on what's going on. I want you guys to know what's happening and when the date's coming as far as the burial, the celebration, and everything.
Turning Point USA announcing that Charlie Kirk's celebration of life will be held 1 week from today in his home state of Arizona, with President Trump expected to attend.
The announcement comes as police search the suspected shooter's home in Utah, with new details surfacing that could provide a potential motive.
Garrett Tenney joins us live at the Utah County Jail. What do you know, Jared?
Yeah, good morning, y'all. Yeah, that memorial service is expected to be massive. It is going to be held next Sunday at the home of the Arizona Cardinals in Glendale, Arizona. That stadium can fit up to 73,000 people. And according to Turning Point USA, that crowd will include a lot of special guests, including President Trump, who will honor Charlie's life and his legacy. This weekend, President Trump is also praising law enforcement for their work on the case and quickly apprehending the suspected shooter and the help of the FBI, telling Fox Digital, "I am very proud of the FBI, Cash, and everyone else. They have done a great job." On the investigation, and as they search for a motive, we have learned that the roommate of the alleged shooter is actually a romantic partner who is a male transitioning to a female. This is...
So like I told you guys yesterday, this man right here, he's gay, and he has a boyfriend, and basically just want to point out right there. And this person here, because he's down with the broken wristed clique, could have been the reason why he chose to do what he did, because it seemed like at one point when Charlie Kirk was speaking at his rally, that's the point where he let that go. He let the pow go. Just want to bring 2 points together. Yeah, and the fact that broken wristed click. I don't care about all that transition stuff.
The roommate who shared messages with investigators that helped them zero in on the alleged shooter. FBI sources tell Fox the roommate has been extremely cooperative and, quote, had no idea their significant other was planning to assassinate Charlie Kirk. Those sources also tell Fox that when the alleged shooter's father confronted him about Kirk's murder, he said he wanted to kill himself rather than turn himself in. But we know it was the father and a minister that the family knew that were able to get him to turn himself in to police. Now he is here at the Utah County Jail waiting for his court appearance where he will formally be charged. And that is, again, expected to happen on Tuesday. Back to y'all.
Forgot to mention that his boy girlfriend has also been apprehended, and they're questioning him as well. I'm sorry. Yeah, they're questioning him as well. And that person that's transitioning over is giving up the information, is speaking and telling as much information as he can. Oh yeah, you guys can feel free to use the slang broken wristed click. There's a definition answer behind it as well, meaning your wrist, the wrist is so broken that you couldn't even hold it up with a board and tape. Yeah, it's just nothing you can do, just nothing. Keep on moving forward, you guys. New York City, we got a central witness in this Jeffrey Epstein case that breaks the silence. This witness is the reason why he was actually convicted, as she told everything. when she was 13 years old. I'm going back on certain things. Why? Because we got to keep on going back, getting new information, because these people are playing around with us.
The woman who was a victim of Jeffrey Epstein, she's telling her story publicly for the first time as lawmakers in Capitol Hill push for the release of all the files on Epstein. ABC News Live Prime anchor Lindsay Davis is in Washington with that story. Good morning, Lindsay.
Hey, good morning again, George. Her statements to the FBI are credited with helping to put Jeffrey Epstein behind bars. Marina Lacerda details years of abuse at the hands of Epstein, starting right after she turned 14. Now 37, she talks about her ongoing trauma and why she is imploring lawmakers to make all the Epstein files public. Until now, Marina Lacerda was known publicly only as minor victim number 1 in 2019 court documents. But now she's speaking out for the first time about her experience at the hands of Jeffrey Epstein. Her cooperation with the FBI was key to putting the sex offender behind bars. She says she was just 14 years old and living in a broken home in New York City when a friend brought her to meet Epstein to give him a massage.
I think with Jeffrey Epstein, it starts somewhere, but then it...
Honey, do you want... Everyone has their opinion on all topics, and you're free to do that. That's what Our Bottom Line show is about. That's what the comments are. As long as you don't be disrespectful, do what you got to do. Walgreens.
And it ends with either you having sex with him, whether you like it or not.
She became a part of a network of young girls in Astoria, Queens, recruited to be with Epstein, similar to what prosecutors say he did in Palm Beach, Florida.
When he has somebody new in his life, he likes to see them a lot. So I went there a whole bunch of times, and, you know, it led to, unfortunately, he forced me to have sex with him, basically.
Lacerda said she was paid thousands of dollars and that as a young immigrant from Brazil, she says she believed being associated with a financier could lead to better opportunities.
It never happened, obviously, you know, because it came to a point when I was, I'd say 16 and a half or 17. He didn't want me anymore. He was just like, you're too old.
He said that?
He's like, you're too old.
Wow.
I don't want you anymore.
Epstein was arrested in 2019 and charged with conspiracy and child sex trafficking, but died by suicide a month later while in custody awaiting trial. To your knowledge, you never came across other adults who may have thought, it's really strange that there's this 14-year-old girl here.
We had the secretary, right, that would give me money if I needed. At times, I would pass by his office. His driver, or I guess his bodyguard, I don't know who he was, he delivered furniture to the house. The maids sometimes would be there. I would be hanging out in the kitchen.
In 2008, during the FBI's first investigation of Epstein, agents arrived at her door.
I was living with, you know, roommates that were like around my age, 17, 18 at the time. And I was like, well, I have to call Jeffrey. What am I going to do?
Lacerda says that she called Epstein, who hired an attorney for her, and she never heard anything further about the case. It was in 2019 that the FBI spoke to Lacerda again, and this time her statements to the FBI helped them build a case against Epstein.
So that's basically how he went down and really caught the last charge that put him in for this case right here. And when he wound up in custody and no longer here. We got to keep on moving, you guys. I hope y'all appreciate the content because your boy's been digging to really make sure that we stay up to date and on point with all topics. So do your boy a favor. Double tap that screen to get those likes up. If you have not already subscribed to the channel, this is the perfect time to do so. Also, hit that bell right there for the notifications so that you can know when we on. Come on, y'all. It's Monday. Y'all got to wake up. It's time to get to work. It's my favorite day of the week. I don't know what y'all doing. Michigan, we got 3 bodies recovered from Lake Michigan, 1 on the south side and 2 young children. Come on, y'all. Let's get on over to Michigan. We got to keep on moving, y'all. We got to get this news out before y'all get to work. I got to put you on. Got to put some fat on your brain. So let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Where we at? Right here. Let's go. Let's get it.
Breaking news as we come on the air tonight at 9. 3 bodies found in Lake Michigan on the south side. 2 of them young kids, the other an adult. Good evening. I'm Timon Bradley.
And I'm Jackie Bang. WGN's Emmy Victor is live on the lakefront with the latest. Emmy.
Jackie, a triple tragedy on the south side has left many people speechless. 3 bodies were recovered from the water, 2 of those being young children. Tonight we're hearing from 2 women who were the last people to see an infant alive.
They brought her in and they came up on the dock and brought her to put on a stretcher. Her little hands were like stiff up like this.
And she was just purple. She was purple. And the foam was all in her nose and all over her lips. And all the women just hollered.
2 women who watched as an infant took her final breaths have been unable to erase the memory out of their minds. A baby girl whose life just started tragically ended in the cold water.
It sprayed over the baby as they were pumping her chest and then called off work.
According to police, the incident happened this morning on the south side near the 59th Street Harbor. Several divers went into the water to search for the missing child. After they found her, paramedics immediately began to administer CPR. Unfortunately, she didn't survive.
Yeah, we're sick this morning. We're sick.
As investigators worked throughout the afternoon, they made 2 more discoveries. We now know that 3 lives have been lost to these waters. Authorities said a 31-year-old woman and a 6-year-old boy were also pulled, this time near the 63rd Street beach. Neither of them survived.
It doesn't add up, and that's, why I'm here just wondering, was it a family dispute? It's just not adding up.
This evening, police said the incidents appeared to be related and likely stems from a domestic dispute. A man who lives nearby said something like this happening at beaches where families typically go to enjoy is beyond tragic.
It hits close to home. When you walk the path, jog the path, or ride the back path, you notice different things, and it just hits close to home.
It's just too much going on in the world right now, too much going on in Chicago. And honestly, people, we going through suffering and problems. It's time to reach out to each other. And when people reach out to y'all need to start listening, because sometimes people say it in a small voice, they complain or they don't complain. We got to look out for each other. That's the only thing I can say. And we also have to pray for the souls of every single person that lost their lives in this tragic event in Chicago. We ask for some strength for the entire family, as well as people that's around that saw this terrible, tragic event happen. We ask that this day. Amen. We'll keep on moving forward, you guys. So now we got to get over to Philadelphia, where we got an actor who's been charged in a road rage pow-powing that led to a lockdown of Stockholm University. Another woman pow-powed in the face. Another one of these just no feelings, just what happened to the leg or the arm or something? Like, what's going on out here? And why do I got to keep on? Oh, man, if there was other news, I would report it. I'm telling you, I know there is, but y'all ain't going to want to see it. And it's like, it's current. It's really what's going on.
Authorities in Atlantic County have identified the man charged in an alleged road rage shooting. A woman was shot in the face at gunfire, causing Stockton University's campus to go into lockdown yesterday afternoon. New Jersey correspondent Trish Hartman live now at Galloway Township Police with the latest today.
Crazy,
Trish.
Man. Crazy. Just no,
Right, police say that victim is in
no
stable
ground.
condition today,
No
and police say she was able to give them a description of the car and the suspect. That suspect has been identified, and he has been charged with trying to kill that woman as they were at a traffic light. Police say this is 46-year-old Ernest Hines of Port Republic, now charged with attempted murder, aggravated assault, and other crimes after a woman was shot in the face near Stockton University Thursday. Police released this photo from a social media page, adding that Hines worked as an actor. Police say around 1 p.m., 2 cars were at a red light on Jimmy Leeds Road near campus.
As they approached the light, the male yelled at her, reached his hand out the window, and fired a single shot.
According to court documents, the woman told police she had her turn signal on and was trying to merge when the suspect vehicle cut her off. When she arrived at the light, she said the suspect cursed at her and threatened to kill her when he pulled out a gun and fired. Police say the shooter fled onto Vera King Ferris Drive on campus, prompting a shelter-in-place lasting several hours. Chopper 6 was over the scene as police investigated. Court documents say the bullet hit the woman in the upper nose. Police say the woman was able to speak to officers about what had happened.
Fortunately, it didn't look like they'd caught anything major, and she was able to maintain consciousness and speak to her officers. We're very grateful she's okay.
Later in the day, police arrested Hines at a home in the Blue Heron Pines development.
Our suspect stayed silent. However, he matched the description, and we had plenty of other pieces of evidentiary value to link him to the crime.
Now, Hines is locked up here in Atlantic County. We attempted to contact his family or to find out if he has an attorney. So far, we have not heard back. Hines is due to appear in court for a detention hearing next week.
All right, we're going to pray for this one, but we also got to get on this Queens real quick. So we're going to do them both at the same time. We got to head on over to Queens for this other situation where this driver gets arrested. Yeah, another situation, fatally struck.
Drop whatever you're doing right now.
This is a situation in Queens where someone gets fatally struck by a vehicle. Yeah. Keep on moving forward, you guys. And yes, I do not like reporting this stuff.
One deal for the #1 bacon
Just gotta get
cheeseburger.
it out.
Gotta be Wendy's.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Tanya Rivero. Joe has the night off. We begin with a deadly crash in Queens that police believe started with an argument. It happened early this morning along Benham Street and Roosevelt Avenue. Police say a driver struck and killed a teenage girl after the two got into an argument. Then that driver crashed into another car. Eyewitness News reporter Crystal Cranmore has the latest from Elmhurst.
Watch as his gray Chevrolet Suburban reverses and hops its curb. Seconds later, police say the rageful driver intentionally rammed into and killed a 16-year-old girl. Authorities identified as Yoani Gomez Alvarez.
We think maybe the explosion, something is so pop. And we have scary. You know, everybody is sleeping. We have very scary.
The collision happened on Benham Street near Roosevelt Avenue in Elmhurst around 4 o'clock this morning. According to authorities, the 38-year-old man behind the wheel sped away, but not before crashing into an unoccupied parked car on the block. The fronts of both vehicles mangled.
I just heard the impact, like it sounded like a big crush, like something hit something, a big noise. And then I came out the building, I looked and I saw the accident, that was it.
We're told a 32-year-old woman, believed to be the girl's mother, was also injured. A pair of Nike sneakers left in the middle of the crime scene.
The woman is crying a lot.
Police believe the violence stems from a dispute between the teenager and the driver.
People have to have more tolerance. This can't be happening. We need more police around here.
We're very sad. A lot of people is a little crazy, maybe.
Police say they took the driver into custody. The investigation is ongoing. In Elmhurst, Crystal Cranmore.
Oh, man. Oh, God. We got to get better than what we're doing out here. Come on. Conversations. Even when y'all get angry with me, we're going to do the spotlight to let all of the people who want to talk to me and say whatever they want to say, y'all going to get it out. We're going to do the spotlight today at 6 o'clock. I'm going to come back on for anybody that want to say whatever they got to say to get it off their chest. I'm going to come back on this show. I'm going to sit down like this. We're not going to have no video playing, and you guys are going to be able to tell me what y'all want to tell me, because I don't want nobody getting mad at me out of nowhere. So we're doing what we call the spotlight, and we bringing that back at 6 o'clock today. Yeah, we're going to do that today at 6 o'clock p.m. It's 6 o'clock a.m. right now, but 6 o'clock p.m., we bringing back the spotlight. So whoever can't come chime in right now, I want you guys to be able to say whatever y'all got to say to me, so I'll be able to stop and not have to play the videos. Trollers, whoever wanted with the skulls and all of that, everybody say what you want to say, because we got to get on over to Florida right now. If y'all don't mind double tapping that screen to get those likes up, or if y'all appreciate the content, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. You've been here over 5 minutes. I'm never anywhere over 5 minutes that I don't like being. That's one thing that I say to myself all the time. If I don't like being there in 5 minutes, I'm out of there. So if I'm there after 5 minutes, that means I must like it. So come on and double tap that screen and get those likes up, y'all. We got to go on over to Florida, where we got these two men that was accused of murder, from a 13-year-old Prince Holland. That's his name, Prince Holland. He returns to court to determine their fate. This is an older case, but yes, they had to go to court, and now they're determining the fate of these two men right here. So let's get into it real quick, y'all. Let's go.
Hearing today could affect the murder trial of two men accused in the shooting death of 13-year-old Prince Holland.
Attorneys will argue how the trial should be handled and whether video evidence should be allowed in court in the first place. News4Jax reporter Brianna Brownlee is live downtown outside of the Duval County Courthouse with what's at stake and what could come next. Good morning, Brianna.
Good morning. Yes, today the judge is expected to hear arguments on how the trial will be managed with two juries, as well as if rap videos can be used as evidence. Nearly 3 years after 13-year-old Prince Holland was gunned down in a drive-by shooting, the two men accused in his killing are heading back to court. Contravious Garrod and Marcel Johnson are facing first-degree.
Can't nothing good come out of Marcel Johnson here. You ain't looking for no job. You ain't trying to do nothing correct. First thing they tell you, let me just leave it alone. Look like he got doodle on top of his head. Thank you for the super chat, Mad Hatter. Appreciate you so much. That's right. Do AI searches and ask that, did Israel hate military downtime burning the October 7th attacks? Charlie Kirk was questioned 2 weeks ago. The result will shock you. Okay, let's go.
Murder charges. And Friday's hearing is expected to center around key pretrial motions, including how their joint trial will be handled and rap videos that could be used as evidence.
We pulling, like, I'm going to the lane that's moving. As soon as we get to the side of the white car, he's already all in one motion gone. I don't even think the window was all the way down here.
That is Johnson telling detectives his side of the story of what happened back in December of 2022 when the teenager was killed. Investigators say Johnson was the driver and Garrod was the gunman who shot inside the SUV near Moncrief and New Kings Road.
How many times?
Pressuring me into, like, I'm a bitch. And, like, I kind of feel the tension rising.
So now one guy was pressuring the other one to do it. And this is how it happens. You get the one out there like, oh, you a punk. Oh, you don't want to do it. So do it. Da-da-da-da-da. So now all of a sudden you done pressure. That comes from no guidance. Because let me tell you something. When I was young, people try to get me to do stuff. Yo, you need to do this, do that. And then I think about my mother. With that broomstick, that switch, that electrical cord, or whatever was next to her. And I'm talking about all the way up to probably about the age of 20 when I still lived with her. My mother would come to a block where you doing something at and be like, oh yeah? Okay. You'd be like, no, I'm not doing nothing. Because she's the one. I told you the lady hit me in the head with a can of corn. I'm not lying. Y'all think y'all got jokes? I was planting a tree one time with my friend. She came from the supermarket. She said, is that you up in that tree? I said, yeah, but I'm just playing. Came down. Boop, take these groceries upstairs. Whole block start laughing at me. I don't play when it comes down to discipline. And that's the problem. Discipline. You need discipline. And if you're a good parent and you teach your child the right way, you gift them right, you talk to them correctly as well, because you're going to have to pop them sometime now, but you also got to do right by them as well, give them praise when they do stuff good, and then guess what? They'll remember, you know what? Mommy and daddy done told me about stuff like this. I'm not going to do that. But the problem is it's at home, because even his hair, my mother would have been like, boy, if you don't go in there and do something with your hair, every part of it, you have to have some, it's like class, respect, pride, courtesy, and another thing I want to say, no one is fearful of their souls anymore. We smart, we scared. We don't want to go downstairs. We want to go upstairs, the upper room. You know what I'm saying? Them don't even know about it. All they know about is mods and moving around and doing crazy stuff. That's another thing. If they don't understand the Bible, understand God, heaven, the possibilities and what's going to happen, reality of your soul, they don't care. Let's keep it moving, you guys. Let's go. Let's keep on moving. Because he was pressured into doing this. And I know a lot of this stuff had to do with bad guidance.
The tension rising.
More than 20 rounds hit the SUV, and Prince Holland, who was sitting in the back seat, was killed. His football coach and another young boy was also injured.
Thank you, Scott.
My fingerprints is in the car.
That's Garrod on a recorded jail call talking about his arrest.
Spinning wheels, yep.
Detectives came to talk to me all of that. Had a warrant on site.
Earlier this year, a judge ruled that the trial will move forward.
Somebody said it was a big can of hunts they got hit with. See, I'm not lying. They didn't care.
With two separate juries, one for each defendant. That came after Garrod's defense team argued some evidence, like a rap video, could unfairly sway a single jury against both men. Prosecutors are pushing to include 3 YouTube videos they say show a connection between the two men. Garrod's attorney has filed a renewed objection against at least one of those videos.
Now, these are the same rappers that have a little hood following where they be out there like, yo, free Lil Mook Mook, free my homeboy such and such, have t-shirts with him and everything. Meanwhile, not even really looking at what he actually did to get that charge, and he deserved to be locked up. And I really hope that they don't let them out, because one is a bad influencer and the other one is easily influenced. And we don't need that on them streets. We're going to keep on moving. Olivia Matthews, award-winning playwright, lost her life in a fire that police say someone set intentionally. We're going to keep on moving forward. Everybody do me a favor, please, because Mad Hatter got to get some love for that 20 right there. Mad Hatter, thank you so much for the 1999. We don't get much love over here when it comes down to the super chats, because people feel that I got a lot of money because I got a couple of suits. And I appreciate the fact that you understand that man be flipping them ties and flipping them suits and doing what he got to do to stay looking presentable. So Mad Hatter, it's people like you. Last week you helped me buy another suit. Just wanted to tell you that. I forgot to tell you that. Mad Hatter and Casey, y'all helped me buy that blue suit last week. Ha! How about that? How about that one? Mad Hatter, Casey, boom! The one with the, yeah, y'all did that. Y'all looked out for your boy. Good looking. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. We're going to keep on moving forward because I got some information over here. Madeline Dean, there's some Epstein victims have been lost in conversation about the Epstein files. I think people need to be more visual about who people are versus talking about people in conversation. Another clip that's a little aged, a few days, but it has merit and it has something to do with real people, and stop looking at situations like, oh, well, they're older now. I keep on saying this. I keep saying this. Just because someone is older now does not mean that they do not deserve to be justified. Straight up and down. If somebody did something to you 10 years ago and you run up on them and you catch them, oh boy, I know you're going to still want to get at them if you can. It ain't your fault that you just caught them. Hey, it ain't your fault. Let's go. Let's keep moving.
Gentlewoman, for yielding. I thank you for your comments. I associate myself with your comments. And to the gentlewomen from Florida, thank you for your work on this for years. And thank you for just correcting a piece of the record. There's so much more to it than that. Mr. Chairman, I understand that you are upset that this lays upon our table. I wish it didn't. I wish people long ago. I would ask you to allow me to complete my statement.
She's talking about Jeffrey Epstein case.
I think the gentlewoman a moment ago spoke to that nonsense. This lays at our table now. The victims were here today. I wish they didn't have to be here. But for you to suggest that we were somehow using them, these women came forward. Some have come forward in the past, some with the courage and the pain on their faces. It's so disrespectful that someone would say, well, doggone it, you didn't deal with it. People have tried to deal with it for a long time. I wish the Department of Justice had dealt with it. I wish Florida had dealt with it. I wish he had not been given that sweetheart deal. And I wish that the names had not been covered up of who participated. Remember, the Attorney General, she had the list on her desk and then it evaporated. It is known who is in that list. This Department of Justice knows who's in that list. Mr. Trump knows a lot about what happened in this. Somebody's trying to cover it up. 33,000 pages that were released, we all know are a drop in the bucket compared to what actually is known and has been investigated when there's 1,000 victims. It's not just 2 people who were culpable. We show no other predators. There's no other names being revealed. There's a lot of people who know an awful lot. There was tremendous depth of investigation. But I want to end with this. This is entirely about the victims. And you re-victimize them when you say, well, you didn't do enough and you didn't do enough. And why didn't you do something that year? It's on us. It is on us to do something about it. We are Congress. And I suggested to you, she said, survivors will do it for survivors. Let's stand with the survivors. Let's not leave it on them. Let's not say, okay, DOJ failed, this administration failed, Congress failed. Why would we want to be in these jobs if we don't seek justice for victims so grievously harmed?
Oh my gosh, she dropped a bomb right there. She could have just threw the mic on the ground and walked away after that, but they couldn't handle it. It was too hot in the kitchen for her. I had to play that back right there. Too much energy going on. I ain't gonna play around. When it come down to them victims, I am 100% for them getting their statements out and getting all their information out. I don't play around about stuff like that, especially the children, because we do not know about the powerful people that are still in play that may still be doing that. They don't just stop overnight. That's what they do. Let's keep on moving forward to Los Angeles. We got the coroner that releases new details about the Audi arts linked to singer D4VD located at the different tow yards. This is pretty gruesome right here. Going to make sure that anybody young or 18 or under, do not want them watching this right here, just because of the conversation and what's going on is pretty bad. We got this, matter of fact, no, I owe you guys this. I owe you this.
We're learning more about an award-winning playwright who was just killed in a fire that police say somebody set on purpose.
I owe you this.
Channel 2 Cobb County Bureau Chief Michelle Newell, live for us now in Smyrna. Michelle, investigators are now offering a reward to solve this case.
I forgot to get y'all this.
And George, signs like these are all around this complex. A reward up to $10,000 for anyone that has information that will lead to an arrest and a conviction. This sign right here, placed right outside of the victim's apartment next to this growing memorial. It's been 1 week since the world of theater lost an award-winning playwright. 1 week since Olivia Matthews was violently taken from her family and friends.
Liv was perfect, and I can't.
Why are you not investing in tax liens?
They have not released 90% of the files, bro. There's much more, much more. Whoever said that in the comments, there's much more that we have not seen. What about what's in the safe at the island? We ain't know nothing about that.
Why somebody would want to harm her in any way, and why somebody would hurt my friend.
Matthew's life ended in a troubling story, one that investigators are still trying to develop. A week after she was killed, police say Matthew's apartment was intentionally set on fire. 2 security cameras near the scene vanished the same day. Matthew's friend says she was a fantastic writer who loved fashion, cooking, and had an exceptional sense of justice.
She was an incredibly cultured woman. That's what she really, really loved was film and writing.
Matthew's plays have been seen in Atlanta, Houston, Miami, Omaha, and more.
So
Her notable works include The Nativity, starring Keisha Taylor, directed by Tammy Ray.
I think she was really honored that her show was the only one that received a standing ovation.
The cohort of playwrights we had in May here in Omaha, there were 10 of them. Everybody has an individual story about her compassion and her talent.
Matthew's closest friend told me over the phone that she loved people for who they were as they were, and she would not want anyone to place her on a pedestal. She says her favorite color was purple. She says she would want everyone who is affected by this tragedy to channel their emotions into their creative outlet of choice. If you have any information at all, contact the Smyrna Police Department. You can remain anonymous. Live from Cobb County, Michelle Newell, Channel 2 Action News.
Now, I promise you guys, I did not know the last part. I did not know that last part. Had no idea that her favorite color was purple. No idea. But see the coincidences and the creative? That just shows that there's a couple of degrees of separation from people and just small details. Sad, terrible, tragic situation that I wish that we did not have to pray for. And ask God to give us calmness and peace. And please, let's try to have more conversations, Lord, and make people have more understanding instead of going right to, violence. It really needs to be a medium somewhere where we all need to just have to say, okay, let's just stop, Lord, and let's just have a conversation. Amen. That's all we're asking for down here, Lord. Amen. It's the best that I can do, y'all. It's the best that I can do. And I really hope that people can come together better and not go through these tragic events, because it's just happening too much. We're going to go over to Los Angeles right now to that Oriner situation I had already explained to you guys and get that clip going. Let's go. Los Angeles.
Story is so disturbing. The LAPD now working to identify human remains found in another car in another tow yard.
This is a thing, yeah. It's the latest shocking discovery, and it was made at a yard in South LA, and Mario Ramirez is there live with all the details. Mario?
Sandra Araxia, hard to believe, but the LAPD, as you mentioned, investigating two gruesome discoveries. Human remains found at local tow yards. Earlier this week, it was Hollywood, and now human remains found here at Al's Towing Service in the Chesterfield Square neighborhood of South LA. Another body found stuffed in a vehicle here. Take a look at the video. It shows the early Tuesday investigation into human remains. The LAPD says were found in the trunk of a blue Honda Civic that appears to have fire damage. Police say that car was left abandoned on a roadway in south central LA before it was impounded, and we're learning it's now at the center of a missing persons case, according to an...
All right, that's enough. I had enough. Let's go over to something else now. Damn. That's enough. Let's get over to some robberies. Let's go into some robberies. I'm sorry, y'all. I just had enough of that. Armed robberies thinks he is in control until weapons changes. Oh, this one is interesting. This guy thought that he was in control until something was produced. I can't really say too many of these words, but I'm going to let them say it. Check this out. I'm going to make sure the audio is down, and we're going to play this clip.
An armed robbery is already in progress. The man in the red shirt points his weapon and controls the room. Everyone feels fear, unsure of what will happen next. The robber grabs a man wearing a striped shirt. This man has his own firearm hidden in a small bag. It is off-body carry, which means the gun is not on his waist. Instead, it is in his purse-like bag. Quietly,
I'm sorry, but I am all for this. I know it's a very sneaky, close situation, and I'm sorry I stopped it. I'm going to take it back, but I am all for this. When someone just think that they can come in somewhere and take control and disrespect you and put you up against something, and all of a sudden you just surprise them with the pow pow. How you feel now, brown cow? Yeah.
His waist. Instead, it is in his purse-like bag. Quietly, the man reaches into the bag. He takes his time, moving carefully so the robber does not notice. It takes him 6 long seconds to draw the firearm. In a fight, 6 seconds can feel like forever. Fortunately, the robber's attention is elsewhere. This gives the man the chance he needs to prepare. Timing is everything in a counter-ambush. At last, the man brings the weapon into his hands. He does not rush. Instead, he positions himself wisely. When the robber begins to turn back toward him, the man acts. He raises the firearm, taking careful aim. His shot is precise, with little room for error because another woman is close to the danger. The bullet lands with immediate effect. The robber is stopped instantly. His weapon falls silent, and the threat to everyone in the store is over. The man does not relax too soon. He keeps his eyes on the robber, checking for movement and making sure no new danger is present. Relief begins to spread across the room. People realize they are safe again, thanks to one person's calm courage.
So this is the only thing, I mean, that's very close call, number one. But number two, I'd rather be caught with it than without it. So when they talking about, oh, you shouldn't have an areas permit in New York. You got all these people running around New York doing all types of crazy stuff. But people like myself, we can't protect ourselves to get out of situations like that. Yes, it was in another country, but the same sort of situations they can carry. And then when they get locked up, they get right out of jail because it's a revolving door. But people that's non-criminals, we can't protect ourselves. Ooh, you gonna get a gun, you gonna get in trouble. And yeah, you're gonna get in trouble. You try to get something to protect yourself around here. Let's go on over to Indianapolis, where we got this woman that was sentenced to 113 years for the Broadripple situation that happened where she took out 3 people. Anybody in Indianapolis know about this situation right here? Because she was gone.
A woman convicted of killing 3 people in Broadripple will now spend the rest of her life behind bars.
A judge sentenced Kara Hines to 113 years in prison. Our Jenna Webster was there in the courtroom.
Sentencing hearings are always emotional, and this one was no different. We heard from 7 different family members, a sister saying Kara Hines needs to stay in jail because at least she gets to eat, at least she gets to breathe, at least she gets to call home. Family arrived to court wearing shirts, sweatshirts, and pins, all memorializing their loved ones. A jury convicted Hines of killing Taiwan Henning, Kalia Preer, and Christopher Lee Wilson Jr. It happened in Broadripple in the summer of 2023. Hines has claimed self-defense after she says she was punched in the back of the head while at a large party in Broadripple. No cameras were allowed in the courtroom. Every seat was filled, and tears and anger were seen on the stand. Family calling Hines a cold-blooded murderer, heartless, and grieving 3 lives cut too short.
It was heartfelt. Just hearing everybody, you know, tell how what everybody meant to them and all of that. And just to know that all 3 families will never have, you know, those people in their lives ever again.
Outside the courtroom, relief after the sentence was read.
I'm just grateful. I've been prayed for this whole entire 2-year process, and I'm just grateful that God delivered, not just for Chris, but for Kalia, for Taiwan, for all of us. It's a big relief.
But see, after the fact, people done lost their lives in situations like this. It still doesn't matter to me. I mean, I want to prevent this from happening, period. And we're going to skip some videos now because I don't want to see no more stuff like this at all. We're going to skip that. We skipping that. We're going to get over to this. And this is pretty crazy too, but it's happening out here. And I got to report it because it's going on. I done skipped 2 other crazy ones to get to this. A suspect that was arrested in an abduction situation, a robbery situation. We're going to get on over to Washington real quick. Come on, y'all.
More about a terrifying abduction in Virginia. According to Culpeper police, 3 people who were in the country illegally abducted a woman, forced her to withdraw money from an ATM, and then robbed her house.
Northern Virginia Bureau reporter Drew Wilder shows us how authorities utilized automated license plate reader technology to track the suspects across the Commonwealth and make arrests.
They did good work here.
Culpeper police say a woman trying to help strangers at this Walmart store ended up the victim of a violent abduction and robbery.
Be careful who you think you're helping, you guys. Also, do me a favor, give Essence some love for that commentary and the nice suit comment. Also, thank you so much, Essence. I might be able to buy another suit if y'all keep on hitting me off like that. Thank you so much. Also, I'm going to be on a serious note right now. We have some really nice people in these comments, some very good-hearted and kind-hearted people here. Don't get caught up in situations like this because of your heart. I know a lot of people also love animals, because I always play animal videos and you guys always stick around for those. Don't even let them play off you on that. Be very careful nowadays because now that's what they're doing. Watch this situation right here in this Walmart. And she thought she was helping them.
Robbery late last month. On August 27th, police say the victim was shopping at the Culpeper Walmart when a man and a woman approached her, saying they had car trouble and they asked if she could help them out. Police released store surveillance images of the 2 suspects in the store before the woman ultimately agreed to help them and let them into her car.
She was a very trusting person and allowed the 2 suspects into her car, and that's when they produced the handgun and forced her to the ATM. And
investigators say the suspects allegedly forced the victim to an ATM at gunpoint, made her withdraw money, then instructed her to drive to her home in Orange, Virginia, where they stole belongings from her. Once they left, the victim called police. So how did the suspects get away if they were riding in the victim's car? Police say the Walmart surveillance video showed the suspects getting out of a black SUV prior to approaching the victim. They say it appears that black SUV then followed the victim's car away from the Walmart. Police knew the victim's license plate information, so they put that into their automated license plate reading system. The LPR, as it's called, tracked the victim's license plate as it moved past various LPRs positioned in Culpeper and into Orange. Then, they looked deeper.
4 to 5 seconds behind each one of those images where the victim's car went through, we saw a black SUV following the victim's car. So we're able to link this black SUV.
Police went into the LPR system and added the black SUV to what's called a hot list. So if the SUV passed any other LPRs in Virginia, police would get an alert. Over the next 24 hours, alerts came in from Stafford, then in King George, where police pulled over the SUV and arrested the 3 people inside. Officers arrested the 3 suspects, none of whom are in the country legally, according to police, and all 3 were arrested on several felony charges, including abduction by force and robbery. Some people in Virginia...
Now, did y'all see those faces? They look so innocent, like they'll never do nothing, right? See that? Be careful, y'all.
Virginia have expressed privacy concerns, and recently Virginia's legislature approved legislation that governs how police are allowed to use the technology and how long they're allowed to store the data.
Without technology, without the LPRs, I would, it's be safe to say we would not have the three violent individuals in jail within 24 hours.
Chief Settle says utilizing new technology in policing saves critical time and can help police track down suspects, potentially, before they strike again.
Wow. Now that was good police work right there, boy. And they got locked up. And they ain't gonna get out. Because you know what's next, right? Virginia gonna let them doom 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 doo doo doom doom. Doo doo doom doom. Doom 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 doo doo doom doom. Bust it. That's right. Ice, ice babies coming to get them. Because they gonna get the hell up out of here. They might even go to Uganda. Let's go. Downey, AI/Bandbro. This is something straight out of Grand Theft Auto. A man stole an ambulance. And oh man, yes, Grand Theft Auto situation right here. I used to play Grand Theft Auto a lot. And yes, I used to take the ambulance and do all types of crazy stuff because it was just a video game. But in real life, come on, man.
Stabbed in front of the Downey Library, but when paramedics arrive,
drop whatever you're doing right now. The Wendy's $8.
Like I said, people are living in real simulated times right now. They're acting like the mods that they're creating on these video games. And again, they're so shut down to social living that they're acting like they're in the computer world.
their ambulance was stolen.
Yeah, even more bizarre, the person who stole the ambulance was not related to the stabbing incident. Eyewitness News reporter Tim Caputo explains how this all unfolded.
This is crazy.
Detectives have been here for the better part of 9 hours, only taking down the police tape here a little bit after 6 o'clock this evening. A brutal murder in front of the library this morning, and what happened next stunned everyone. Minutes before the Downey Library opened this morning, an argument steps from the front door turned deadly.
Gentlemen were arguing right outside here. One guy pulled out a knife, a guy that had the flannel, and started stabbing the other gentleman. The gentleman fell down, and once the gentleman fell down, he went for one more strike to the neck, and that's where the blood, that happened.
Downey police say the attack happened around 9:30 this morning. While first responders were at the scene fast, the victim did not survive. Police said the suspect, a 23-year-old homeless man, took off running, but was later caught a few hundred yards away at Downey High School, which is just on the backside of the library. As first responders tried to save the victim, another man, completely unrelated to the attack, then stole the ambulance that was parked at the scene of the crime and sped out of the parking lot, which happens to be shared by City Hall and Downey Police.
But it ended up just kind of swerving, and it had about 12 cop cars behind it. By the time I got here to meet the kids, luckily they weren't here yet, but the scene was there. I mean, just blood everywhere.
After a 10-mile chase, that stolen ambulance crashed into several parked cars in a neighborhood in Alhambra, a bizarre and confusing sight for everyone here.
But I did not know it was a car chase before, but I thought it was very odd.
That ambulance stealing suspect, a 52-year-old man, was also arrested without incident, according to police. But by the sound of it, neighbors say he didn't go quietly.
When I came back, he was still screaming. He's still screaming in the car, in the police SUV right now, even right now.
At this point, no names of anyone involved have been released, and police at this point have not released any.
I'm sorry. I do not mean to laugh. I do not. I just can't believe the turn of events that happened. I mean, y'all ain't think it was a real scarf? Yeah, it's a real handkerchief. Oh my God. It's just like, how? It's like a movie. This happened, then over here the ambulance pull up, they go run out to try to help. It's like a video game. You jump in the ambulance and drive off. Tell the truth. If you've ever played Grand Theft Auto, it's just like that. And I'm telling you, y'all, all right. I'm the only one that gets what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying that that's what's going on. And it's just like a video game out here. Oh man, wait a minute. Josie, everyone likes Kendra, allegedly interrupted. That's how my days have been. GTA 5 in real life. Sky Daddy is watching. Make America Great Again. Yeah, some people understand what I'm saying. Y'all understand what I'm saying. Y'all understand exactly what I'm saying. Thank you so much. Because sometimes you just need people to let you know, bro, you ain't crazy. Do me a favor and double tap that screen and get those likes up if y'all appreciate the content. And also, if you haven't already joined the channel, go ahead and subscribe, become a member. We're trying to get up to 50,000 subscribers, and I know we can do it, you guys. We can do it. Hit that like button. It gets more people up in here. Don't believe me? Hit it, and all of a sudden somebody gonna say, hey, what y'all got going on up in there? That's because YouTube is going to send up a notification letting them know that there's something going on over here. And then what happens is, once they come over here, boom, you're going to see that in the comments. Also, thank you for all the love in the super chats right now, you guys. I really need it because I'm ready to buy another suit. Keep on moving forward. We got to go over to the Magnificent Mile. I didn't even know what the Magnificent Mile was, so I looked it up. Chicago, Magnificent Mile. Charges filed against 7 accused in an deadly smash and grab burglary, which ended in a fatal car crash. The other day, there was a big truck that smashed into the Louis Vuitton store in Chicago on Magnificent Mile. Guess what? They got everything that they wanted, but on the way away, they crashed and a lot of people got hurt. Check this situation out right here. This is why I say I think that they did need to have, they did have to have National Guard go out there because it's pretty crazy in Chicago. Let's go, y'all.
New overnight, charges filed against 7 suspects in a smash and grab burglary on Michigan Avenue that ended up leading to the death of an innocent man.
Judy is live in the newsroom with the latest. Good morning, Judy.
Good morning. That bystander was a Skokie man. He was killed while thieves were trying to get away with stolen merchandise from the Louis Vuitton store on the Mag Mile. All 7 men face multiple felonies. Those charges include murder, burglary, and retail theft. The suspects are Dewan Wingard, Darius Badri, Keller McMillan, identified as CPD as a fugitive wanted in another state, Alton Jackson, Harvey Fisher, and Anthony Hemphill, all of Chicago. Keith Perkins is a Southwest suburban Orland Hills resident. Prosecutors are seeking to hold all of them responsible for the smash and grab and the death of 40-year-old Mark Arceda. Arceda was a decades-long employee of Northwestern Memorial Hospital. Police say the defendants rammed their way into the Louis Vuitton store at Michigan Avenue in Walton just before 5 Thursday morning. Sources told WGN they stole nearly $180,000 worth of merchandise, then took off in several cars. One of the getaway cars slammed into Mark Arceda's Honda CR-V at Michigan and Ohio, killing Arceda as he was headed to work at the hospital. Police arrested 5 of the suspects at the crash scene. A second getaway vehicle also crashed at Roosevelt and DuSable Lakeshore Drive. Police took 2 other suspects into custody there. Friends say Arceda was a devoted family man and always...
Nope, we got more on this. We got actual footage. We got the backing in with the time when it happened. Let's get to this other footage that we got right. I think we, where we at with it? Nope, hold on with me, guys. Work with me on this one. I think we got more on this. Wait, is it up already? No, it's not. Okay. All right, yeah. All right, y'all. That's what's going on. Chicago need to really chill out. Chicago needs to really, really chill out. And the fact of the matter that they think that they're just going to do a crash, get whatever they can of value, and get out of there, that's one thing. It wasn't over. Now, when they left, the charge got even worse than the actual crime that they let out to do. Terrible, tragic situation. No matter what, we pray for the people that lost their lives in this tragic situation and the families, as well as the people that are all involved. As you guys see that was a very bad car accident there. So there were many people that were involved in this. We ask for peace, and we ask for whoever can get out of this, as far as like survivors, as well as whoever got maybe hurt, that they come out of this with 100% recovery, as well as some sort of peace and calmness, and to keep on moving forward in their lives. We ask this today in Jesus' name, amen. And I hope that's the last time I have to pray today. I'm going to try to make sure it's the last time I have to pray for something like that. Now, praying for one of y'all, I do that all day long. But when it comes to something else, nah, don't want to do that. Let's go to this pub-loving dog that refuses to walk past without a pint. I don't know, maybe somebody gave this dog a beer before, but he decides, you know what, I'm not walking by this bar if you don't get me a pint, woman. I'm not playing. And he really makes a scene. Immediately named pub-loving dog. Immediately, because they think he wants a pint and he won't pass the pub without getting a pint.
Just bring him in.
Don't get back again, look at that.
That's it. I'll put the teenagers. Oh, that is absolutely brilliant. Swift turn up from Robert Smyrna outside. Have you ever seen that before? Never.
He really wants a pint, y'all. They're like, just bring him in and give him a pint.
She's gonna have to carry him.
It's not going anywhere, is it? She's gonna have to carry him out. So that's it. I'm not gonna let you know.
Okay, she got him. She got him, y'all. She got him. She got him.
He don't want to go, does he?
Yay! Finally got him to go. Finally got him to go. Finally got him to go. And then here comes another heartwarming story, because you know I like to wrap it up on some good stuff. Not even wrap it up. I like to bring you guys some good stuff as well. I hope you love it. I know you love animals, so I thought that you would like the pint-loving pub. And I want to bring you guys this other story right here. Why did a Cincinnati bride landlord walk her down the aisle? Ladies, why would your landlord, come on now, you probably owe that man some rent. Would you ask your landlord to walk you down the aisle? Tell the truth. He'd be like, look, you're going to pay me some rent? I'll probably walk you down the aisle. Check this out. But this Cincinnati bride, her landlord actually walked her down the aisle, and I thought it was special.
Bride and groom exchanged their traditional I do's, but what really made the wedding special was the man who said, I will. Here's Steve Hartman on the road.
If this were a typical wedding processional, the man walking Shacole Fox down the aisle would be her father, a close relative, or even a good friend. Anyone but him.
She's a tenant of mine.
You're the landlord.
I'm the landlord.
That's the last person on earth
You're right.
I would think would walk you down the aisle.
I wouldn't have thought in a million years.
Shacole works as a makeup artist. Her studio space here in Cincinnati, Ohio, is owned by 79-year-old Gil Pulliam, a no-nonsense guy.
Pay the rent on time and take care of the building.
And yet, as you'll soon see, he can be incredibly tender-hearted.
Oh, you look gorgeous.
Thank you.
Shacole never knew her father. She thought she didn't care. Can't miss something you never had. But as her wedding day approached, Shacole says she started to feel a void.
When I thought about who would walk me down the aisle, trying to figure out what that looks like, the thought of it was like...
surprisingly painful, she said. Of course, Shacole never told her landlord that, but he knew her family situation, and he had a gut feeling.
So I went back up to ask Shacole if I could escort her down the aisle. And she said, yes, 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 and on and on and on.
Kendra.
She got married a couple months ago.
The music's playing. I'm getting ready to walk down the aisle. He grabbed my hand so tight, and it was a really good feeling.
Still is?
Yeah, it still is. Like a wound had been healed in my heart.
Congratulations.
Shacole now has a husband, Victor. But she says she also added another family member that day, a father figure who stepped up and stood beside, like all good dads do.
I love you too.
Steve Hartman, on the road, in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Now, how y'all know that he ain't need that family too? How you know that he didn't need them as much as she needed him? Huh? You see how he was all lit up, smiling like this, like, yeah, what? I'm the only black man, I'm the only white man at this wedding, y'all. I'm about to have me some good food, some fried chicken. I know the food is good up in here. He wasn't just smiling because he's walking her down the aisle. He knew it was about to be some cornbread, some real food up in there, some soul food, especially with all that wagon that she was dragging. No, she ain't missing no meal. Stop playing with me, y'all. Come on now, let's get to it. Double tap that screen to get them likes up if y'all appreciate the content, because we got these wild bears that have a unique relationship with a woman. Wild bears. Yeah, wild bears. She leaves her door open for wild bears to hang out outside her door. Now imagine if you had this sort of a life. Would you guys go for this, or would you be too scared to do it?
Hang out, and he's never ever gotten into trouble. In my world, he's keeping me company. Their cubs come, and towards the end of the summer, what happens is the cubs know where to go to feel safe. A lot of people ask me, how did you get that bear to close your door? You know something? I honestly don't know how it really happened. I had my door open, and I was in the kitchen. I walked into the living room, and I saw a bear, and he was sniffing the door. Then his mouth went onto the knob, and I said, "Oh, oh." I'm not saying he knew what I was saying, but he pulled the doorknob, and he closed it. And when they do something like that, that's when I praise them. Oh, what a good boy. I'm not afraid at all. I just show respect. An important thing when I deal with any bear, I go at their comfort level. I would never see a bear and say, let me see how close I can get to them, and start walking towards the bear, invading the space. What I do is I talk to them in a very soft nature and a soothing voice, and I think they pick up on that. I call them a gentle giant, and they respond to the way you talk to them by their ears. You can tell he's listening to me. If there's a bear on my front porch and he starts to like walk in the house, I'll say, stop. No, I mean really abrupt. Down. Down. Good boy. Good boy. They know your voice.
Hey, some people, I hear what you guys are saying in the comments that you would never do that, but we might just have the bear whisperer on our hands over here. And then we got this dope couple right here that I think is, no, actually, yeah, this one is too long. I'm not going to play that one. We got this cool couple right here. They found a butterfly who had part of the wing broken. I never knew that you can do surgery on a butterfly with crazy glue and another wing from another butterfly.
Her wing was broken, and I was worried because we already performed a surgery on the butterfly before. They only lived for 2 weeks, but I wanted to try my hardest to save it and give it a nice 2 weeks of life.
Oh, see, she doesn't want to die.
I did my research, and I realized that somebody has done that before. So I went and got my husband and came up with a plan. I found another dead butterfly at 4, and I kept her in like a little shadow box instead of throwing her away. So we decided maybe we could use her wing to save this butterfly. The biggest fear was causing her pain, but when I figured out that they didn't have pain receptors in their wings, I knew that wasn't possible.
They can't feel pain, so don't be scared.
I was worrying about her moving underneath the tweezer and harming her wing even more, but I felt the possible outcome of her being happy and healthy would be worth it.
Oh my gosh, looks like it's gonna work. It works!
In that moment, I felt, even if she got to do that for 24 hours, she still got to do that for 24 hours.
Oh my God, stop.
I'm very excited to let people know that you can do something like that with a butterfly and she can survive and they can be okay.
He saved her life for real. Your wings are flapping.
Why did you play that video, Bugatti? You know why I played that video right there? For a couple of reasons. Because look at somebody that actually cares enough to actually save a butterfly, number one. Number two, look at the power of love. Crazy, right? Power of love is no joke. Number three, love animals. And if you guys are trying to make some money, all y'all got to do is hit that link in the description and fill out one of them surveys, because we got about $300 worth of surveys up in there. You guys will make some money, and I'll make some money too, because when you make some money off the survey, they give me a little something on the side too. And if you have a business promoting, trying to get your business out there, all y'all got to do is send me the promo, but you got to make sure it's in a 1080 by 1080 frame, because that's the only size that YouTube is going to accept. When you guys see them promos that I post up, yes, that's the ones that are in 1080 by 1080. If you already subscribe here, if you're already a member, yes, you can use the platform. Send over your promo. We're going to put it up so all of our, hopefully, 50,000 subscribers, when I get up off of here, will be able to see your promo. Also, coming up this week, if not this week, it'll be next week, the Show Your Talent Search. That's the talent search that we're doing in New York, Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island, where you could make up to $250 at the location if you have the best talent there. I don't know if you're a dancer, singer, cook, chef, whatever you do, we want to see it. You want to be a part of the talent show? That's right. All you got to do is go to the website, www.drinkbigdrip.com. Go to the first page, join the mailing list, and we're going to send you a location where we're doing the next talent show. I am the host. That's right. Just like last time, as well as the sponsor. It's sponsored by Big Drip, Hard Punch. Again, you guys want to be a part of this talent show where you could win $250 at the location, and then when it's all over, win up to $1,000 if you win the actual entire talent show. And it doesn't just have to be singing or dancing. Talent is vast. It's open. You might be an architect. You might be able to draw good. I don't know what you do, but I want you to be a part of the talent show because we want to see it. So go to the website, www.drinkbigdrip.com. First page. All you got to do is go to the bottom, join the mailing list, and you're signed up to the talent show. That's all you got to do. And with that being said, you guys, it's Monday, my favorite day of the week. Why? Because they got to pick up that phone. Pick up the phone. I'm all alone. That's right. Pick up the phone, y'all. Monday morning, they can't say, oh, well, you know, it's Friday, it's Thursday, getting close to the weekend. Like everybody try to make excuses. Nah, buddy. It's Monday, Blue Monday. Pick up the phone and let's get that business done. Also, understand, you guys, you may be going through a lot of problems right now, but guess what? God gave you another day to get it right. So guess what? Problems present opportunities. The only trick is finding a solution and then applying at it. And guess what? Rome wasn't built in a day. You got to keep on banging that nail sometimes to get it right. And that's what we do over here. Nobody's perfect. I am not. We work together to try to do the best that we can. And with that being said, another day that we're going to thank the Lord for giving us to be above ground, to breathe, drink water. I want to pray for everybody in the chat. Batty Lynn, Sky, Mark Dorfman, Casey, Demonetized. Who else? We got Luigi up in the building. Rebecca Lon Yen Bueno. We also got the Mad Hatter. Everybody who gave up for the super chats today, I totally appreciate you guys. And guess what? Y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. So until tomorrow, y'all know what it is. Get 'em! Peace. One.